evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Aussie Formula Racing Season 6, Round 14 here at Zandvoort in the Netherlands. We're here on PC for Tier 1 and Tier 2 races this evening at just our second round ever here in the Netherlands as a league on F1 2020. Just loading into the qualifying session now, so we'll do a bit of a run through of the track and a few of the highlights from last season. 4.2 kilometre circuit with 14 turns, 2 DRS zones. Most of the action confined to turn 1 of the very long straight after the pits. Here we go, Bandcamp and Combined YouTuber, they're battling it into turn 1. The Racing Point taking around the outside of the Renault driver. They're going side by side through the little horseshoe there, through turn 2 as well. Still side by side, great racing room between the two of them. The Racing Point just holding out the inside as they go through turn 3. And coming out on top there, so great bit of racecraft from the two of them. And we're off again to turns 1 and 7, Season 5, Panda, Ali and Combined YouTuber. Again combined, going around the outside, the exit of turn 1, and the Haas having to defend from the Alfa Romeo of Panda. Not a great exit from the Haas, and the Alfa with his softer tyres using the overtake button. It's around the outside of turns 5 and 6, and in the lead going into turn 7. Of course, turn 11 on the final lap. Last season we had Revo versus Matsoid. Revo having a pretty average race, bit of an incident under the safety car, I believe, in the wet at the start of the race. Turns in on the Alpha Tauri there, sends him off into the weeds. Alright, we're coming into our qualifying session. I believe, as always, it's probably going to be... Where is he? Apollo Pepsi is usually the first one to start his flying lap, and sure enough, there he is on his first flying lap. So around the track map for you as he comes into turn 1. And just waiting for our fellow commentator to join me in a moment. In Bandcamp for our Tier 1 race this evening. Ooh, we've got a prediction started as well in stream chat, so everyone get on board with that. Almost everyone out on track at the moment. Got Combined, Seb and Big Al yet to come out of the pits. Pepsi about to come across the line to complete his first flying lap and goes provisional pole, of course, with a 109.5. So good banker lap there. We've got Potsy and Flyboy about to complete their lap. So Flyboy 109.8. Kaito as well filling in, doing his first Tier 1 race as a reserve driver this evening for Racing Point. Unfortunately, Star's not able to make it this evening. We'll see what kind of time he's going to be able to put on the board here. Nice and tight on the pit wall, comes across the line. Whoa, 108.582. Great pace there from the Racing Point driver. Jumping wall with Wahid for Williams. Through turn 11 and 12. So a couple of disappointing races of Blake Wahid. Hopefully he's able to bounce back. And I'm joined in the commentary box now by Bandcamp. How are you this evening?
Not too bad, not too bad. Thank you for having me.
That's very good. Yeah, we've got Mika now on position pole with a 108.547. Both Racing Points putting in very solid banker laps. A couple of tenths clear of the rest of the field. Condon is about to finish his lap for Haas, 109.7. And we've got both the Renaults about to start a lap as well. So we've got Seb is now in a full-time drive for Renault. After, I believe, Jacob Meister has stepped down for the rest of the season due to some real-life commitments, so unfortunately he won't be joining us in the races much, but good to see Seb back in a full-time drive after a little while. He's come out to some traffic now, he's come around to turn 7, hopefully they get out of his way. Do we have any news on the weather, Ben?
Yes, we do. All dry, apparently.
Okay, we did have a wet start to the race last season. It was intermediate conditions in Tier 1. We had some drama. We had Revo, who was pretty strong in qualifying. Had a little bit of an incident on that opening lap. He broke his wing. Had to come back through the field, but couldn't quite get into the top 10 by the end of it. About to come across the start-finish line, and so it's 1:10.4, so a little bit off the pace there, but this has got a time on the board, got something to build on. And jumping forward with Seb, he's right out on the curb. Oh, they unsettled the car and he's had to get right out of the throttle. Seb goes purple in the second sector. Final couple of corners, a bit loose on the curb there. Keeps the foot planted and he comes across the line. It's P7 with 108.875. Great lap there. Going to jump forward with Big Al now in the Red Bull. He's making his first flying lap.
Yeah, very tight field at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pole at a 108.5 and currently combined on a 110.4.
And we've got 1 second as Big Al goes P3 with a 108.665. We've got 1 second covering the top 16 drivers, so really, really tight field there. Just going to jump on board. We're just trying to see who might be on a flyer. I don't think anyone is yet on their new tyres. Yes, thank you, Ali. Big Al is your brother. And he's hosting as well this evening, so see how that all goes. We've jump on board with Sid, who's Big Al's teammate, not his brother though, but that's alright, we'll forgive him for that. And he's just starting a flying lap. So he's currently sitting down at 13th with a 109.175. It's about 0.6 of a second off the current provisional pole time. We had to have a couple of bites there, and he's nearly lost the rear. He has lost it. He's spun around just on the exit of turn 7. He took too much exit curb and just lost the rear there, but did well to keep it out of the wall. He's just got to negotiate the traffic. We'll jump up to Panda, who's in the Mercedes. He's just coming through turns 4 and 5 now. And a great result. Finally, after a string of bad luck, finally turned for Panda at Monaco. A nice podium result. Hopefully you can string together another good result here at Zandvoort.
Good time for the reserve driver so far, up in P2.
Yeah, absolutely. Just commented on that
P3.
before. Yes, he's just dropped P3 as Feber set at 108.537. Just a hundredth of a second quicker than Mika now for pole position. Great to see him back up the pointy end. He's had a couple of poor qualifying results of late, and also I think he had a quali ban in Monaco last week, so good to see him back up the front of the grid. Should be a good battle, him and Mikau, as Panda goes P5 for 108.650.
The top 4 all 108.5s.
Yeah, it's amazing. Just jumping back to Artanis now, who's in P9. He's coming into the chicane at the back of the track. Geordie just popped up into the top 10 as well. P8 with a 108.714. Artanis about to come across the line. Doesn't keep it as tight against that pit wall as some of the others have, and he does stay P10. Just doesn't improve. He's about 500ths down on his best time. Jumping forward with the Ferrari of Trin, who's coming into the turn 11-12 chicane. Trin keeps it nice and tight. That final corner improves by a tenth. Stays in P11 though with a 108.944. Jump a bit further up. We're going to jump over Kato, see what the new reserve driver can do. Goes purple in the first sector, 1.5 tenths up on his time, so that will put him up into the 108.4s if he can keep the rest of the lap clean, but he does lose the rear. Just getting a bit throttle happy. And he's backed out of the lap, he's turned his ERS off. So we're going to drop down to, we've got Flyboy in the Alfa Romeo. Currently sitting down in 18th, just coming through turn 1 at the moment with a 109.875. Taking an interesting line into their little horseshoe. It's an interesting corner, that one. There's a few different lines that you can take. It does help you to carry the speed all the way through this very fast section in sector 1, sorry. Let's see, he's currently 700ths up on his time. It's not going to be good enough to improve just yet, so he's got to find a bit more time. He looks like he's really struggling to keep control of the car. Rear is stepping out every time he's putting the throttle on and trying to ask a few questions that rear downforce. Yeah, he's lost about 500ths as well. And he's had a pretty horrid exit as well, touching the dirt on the outside, turn 12. I think that's pretty much ruined any chance of improving, and he has backed out. He's coming into the pits. Jump aboard with Big Al again, and we'll see how he's going. He's got a little bit of traffic though in sector 2, the other racing point. I think this might actually be Kaito, who's just backed out of, I think he's on an in-lap. Stays out of Big Al's way, and he'll be coming up to the next checkpoint in sector 2 in a moment, and he's at 1.5 tenths up. And that will put him into the 108.5s as well, so that'll make it at 5 drivers in the 108.5s. Comes through turn 14 and 15. 13, 14, can't remember. There's so many kinks in this track that don't count as points.
Yeah.
Comes across the line. Whoa, he goes provisional pole, 108.405. That's a great final sector from Big Al, and he's the first driver into the 108.4s. Great effort from him there. Going to jump aboard with Potsy in the Alfa Romeo now. He's in sector 1. It didn't look like he was going to improve that much, and then all of a sudden he finds an extra 10th in that final sector. A really great lap from the Red Bull driver. Potsy in the Alfa Romeo is up by 500ths as well. It's going to be good enough to get him to the 108.6s. Tidy second sector from Potsy so far, and 1.5 tenths up now. We'll get him into the 108.5s. Goes purple in that second sector, so he could even challenge Big Al for provisional pole here. He can string the last couple of corners together. Looks very nice and smooth. Nice and straight. And comes across the line, goes P2, the 108.510.
So close.
So close. We've got 108.4, 108.4, 108.5, 108.5, 108.5, 108.5, and then back to the 6s as T-Mac there is held up there by a Haas driver. Is that Pondon there? Just absolutely napping, and T-Mac gave him a little bit of a serve then, I think. Weaved in front of him after his lap was ruined, but just coming through the end of that first sector, turns 7, 8, and 9. The Haas just getting right in his way, so I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing a report about that. And I don't think that's the first time either that Pondon's done that this season. So really got to stay alert on your qualifying laps, especially if you're not pushing. You've got to be aware of who's behind you. So we're going to jump back. Panda, the other Mercedes, is about to finish his lap.
Oh no!
How he goes.
I've just seen someone take up a car.
Oh. Do you want to message Big Al, get him to boot him out?
I don't know if you can.
You should be able to if you're the host.
I don't think that's an option, but I'll see what I can do.
He'll be his friend, so you should just be able to message him and tell him to leave. We're going to jump on board with Geordie in the Williams, who's in the first sector now, starting his next lap. He's just backed out as well. So we're going to jump back to Sid, who's in the Red Bull. Oh, and a big snap oversteer there for Sid. The exit of the chicane. That's going to hurt his time a little bit. And he just comes to the pits. I think his delta must have been down. So we're going to jump on board with Flyboy again, the Alfa Romeo. Comes across the line and does improve, but about half a second, so it jumps him in front of Pondon there up into P17. And let's have a look. Trin, the Ferrari driver's on a lap at the moment. Purple in the first sector. Let's see how he goes. He's got the racing point in front of him. I think that's Mick out because Kaito is on a lap. He's missed the apex there at the chicane. Comes around the final corner, keeps it nice and tight against that pit wall. He's run out of ERS deployment. He's going to be a bit down in speed, but he does improve by 3/10. It goes up to P8 with a 108.599. We're going to jump back. Artanis and the Haas is about to finish his lap as well. We've got about a minute left. Thanks for joining us, Camel. As Artanis goes P11 with 108.894. Can't quite improve. As T-Mac retires, who's done all his runs at the moment. We'll jump forward with Pacey, who's our winner from Monaco last week. Seen too much of him here in the Netherlands, so he's just keeping it in the bag. Keeps it in 7th gear as he flicks it in to turn 7. Hi Paige, how you doing? Mikau going provisional pole now with 108.239. We've got 10 seconds left in the session for drivers to start a lap. And we'll stay with Pacey as he'll cross the line after the end of the session. He'll get a little bit of a tow here from the Haas driver. I think that's a Tannis, yeah. So he goes up to P12 now. We're going to jump a little bit further back. We've got one of the Ferraris of Trin, I believe, is about to finish. No, he's coming to the pits. We're going to go to the Haas of Pondon. He's about to cross lane. He's actually invalidated, so we're going to jump back to Panda. Oh, he's absolutely lost it, and he's gone into the wall at the final corner. And that's his lap ruined. Now we jump back to the McLaren of, the Renault of Seb. That's coming to the final couple of corners as well. Seb comes across the line, improves by half a tenth, stays P10. Jump back to, I think that's Sid down in P15. Thank you for the follow, Ivy. Oh, and he's invalidated, running too wide onto the curb there. And he's lost it as well. He's gone around for the final corner, and he's in the wall. Now, Combined YouTuber has backed out. He's coming into the pits now. And I think that's everyone done. So congratulations to Mikau, who's starting from pole position. Mikau second, Kaito third. Great work from the reserve driver there at Racing Point. Some drivers have traction control on Camel, so we don't restrict that at all. But quite a few don't run TC. there. Pacey, yeah, a bit disappointing to see Pacey that far down after his good win at Monaco. I have a feeling that he's pretty handy at Monaco, so put in a fair bit of practice to get a decent result there. Well done to Big Al getting P2. Great effort by him. And here we go. We'll just run through the remainder of the positions. So we've got Fever in P4, so good to see him back up the front of the grid. And look at those gaps. Those a second covering the top 17 cars, and the whole grid covered by 1.2. It's a great result from all of our drivers. And obviously got the random there at the bottom, so I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. Don't know if we're going to be resetting up the lobby. But just bear with me for a moment while we sort that one out. So we'll just assume that we're going ahead with the race session. So congratulations to Ali for getting the prediction correct. Thank you very much for the follow, Aussie mate. Always good to have a fellow Aussie jumping in the chat. I'm just going to be loading into our race session now. Wait for the drivers to load in, and they'll be setting up their strategy for the race. So, not sure yet, Jacob. Ben's currently having a chat to Big Al now, so hopefully he should be able to kick him out. So this is one of the challenges of hosting a league race. So we normally have it on friends only. So it means that when people leave through connection issues or something, they can rejoin. But obviously the downside is it means that anyone can join off anyone. So it looks like we are doing a lobby restart. Looks like a few people have left. So bear with me for a couple of minutes. We'll get the lobby re-hosted and we'll be back for the race in just a couple of minutes time. Stick around. Alright everyone, we're back. Apologies for that. We have just restarted the lobby and we are good to go. Okay, just waiting for the drivers to load their strategies and setups. And we've got Bandcamp back in the commentator's box. Any news on the weather?
It's all dry.
Oh,
apparently.
so it looks like Dynamic was fine after all.
Yes. So all those people stressing.
Yeah.
You know, this is good. It says it's all dry, but now, you never know.
Exactly.
Never know.
I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, you can never be 100% sure what the weather's going to be doing throughout the course of a race. You know, they always say on the F1 broadcast that it's going to rain in 5 minutes, and it always rains on the podium. So, that's dynamic weather for you, and we're trying to replicate that in the game as well.
As Martin Brundle said in qualifying yesterday, there's 30% chance of rain, meaning the 70% chance it won't rain.
Exactly. And the main reason why we keep it as dynamic is just it's so difficult to replicate when it is changeable. So, and even when the game says that it is going to be completely dry for the whole race, if there's a couple of safety cars, the game drags it out a bit longer, and then all of a sudden you've got a bit of rain at the tail end of the race, which we can't obviously simulate when you can only do it in 45-minute blocks for a 50% race. But anyway, that aside, let's have a look. And everyone in the top 10 has done the right thing, and they are starting on the soft tyre. We've got outside the top 10 are Tanis and everyone else on the medium tyres except for Smitty on the softs and Pacey on the hards. So, interesting variation we've got there. I'm just going to bring up a little bit of the stuff. Ali wants a shout out. No, I'm going to shout out Big Al though, who's your brother. So,
yeah, quick turnaround on the lobby there. Good stuff.
Big shout out, absolutely.
So Pacey obviously eyeing off the one-stop strategy from the hards, and then I'm guessing he'll see how long he can drag him out, whether he pits onto the mediums or to the softs.
Yeah, definitely. And those of you in the chat, make sure you do make your prediction. Will a Red Bull finish on the podium? And we'll end after the formation lap, so get in nice and early. So AWS Insights there, predicting that one stop on the soft to hard is possible. So that's 12 to 15. So we'll keep an eye out for that. But obviously soft, medium, medium, or possibly soft, medium, soft is an alternative strategy if there is a safety car. Comes around the final corners. Field's very spread out though. It looks like the top 5 have broken away from everyone else. With a drama happening there in the midfield. We've got, I think Sid is right up close to the back of the Renault. Simdogger reckons that Al's going to bottle.
Well, betting saying 50-50 at the moment, pretty much.
Ooh. Yeah, 12k versus 11.6k. Get those votes in, if not got long left. So drivers forming up on the grid now. Just a few seconds away from the start of the GP. Here we go. Lights coming on, the engines are revving. Oh, it's a long hold and they're finally away. Pretty decent start from a little bit of wheel spin at the back, but a great start there from Mikau, who's absolutely bolted. It looks like the Red Bull there of Big Al had a bit of drama. The McLaren looked like it had gone
McLaren's
around.
already gone around.
And it looks like everyone else has managed to get through there relatively unscathed. It's now on racing point 1-2. Big Al's gone absolutely backwards. We've got the Mercedes of Panda there up into P3. Geordie from the Williams is up to P4. Some of the drivers are getting blue flags there thanks to Codemasters. But Big Al has dropped.
He's got a lot of wing damage. He's missing his right end plate and a bit of wing.
There he is there. Someone else lost some wing there. Looked like Sid was bloody going four-wheel driving there on the inside curb. Saw him in the background.
Lots of carbon fibre coming off cars at the moment. It's going to be a very busy pit lane lap 1, I think.
We've got the Red Bulls side by side now. Big Al is absolutely going backwards. Pace is up to P10, so those hards are going to be very well positioned for him for the rest of the race. As the Renault there going up on the inside of the Red Bull as well. Big Al's just gone absolutely backwards. He's lost 10 positions since the start of the race. And not the ideal start for Red Bull, as both of them are out of the points. So that prediction for the formation lap, I think, yeah, not great at all for the Red Bull. Nick out there, lead to the race. Kaito second. We've got a yellow flag on the Williams of Wahid, has gone around to the final corner, lost a little bit of front wing there. Very unfortunate for him.
So Seb into the pits, Big Al into the pits, Apollo Pepsi into the pits, and Big Al, yeah.
And Fever as well. Looks like he's had a bit of drama there. He's dropped down from P4 to P7. Big Al, yeah, still sitting around P8. Oh, I've lost all
the
orders.
It's all gone. Messed up, yeah.
Cody's, come on. There we go. He's up to P4 now? P2. Oh, come on, Cody's. Help me out here.
No, he's well back in the pack. I think he's about 12th.
Still
so Seb's come out of the pits just in front of Wahid, who I think got turned around but avoided any damage.
Just come together, Panda and Geordie. Geordie's lost his left end plate there. Side by side through turn 11. The chicane. And Geordie now in all sorts of trouble there. Looks like he's trying to get into the pits. He's been passed by Alfa Romeo as well. And yeah, he does peel off in. Get his wing replaced. But yeah, argy-bargy there between the Mercedes and the Williams. I think gets sorted itself out now. So Sid is up to P8 now. Fever, yeah, is down into P12. So he's lost 8 positions. So I think since the start of the race, if this is correct. For the yellow flag in sector 3, the Red Bull of Big Al has gone around to the final corner. Looks like those cold hards just letting go of him. And yeah, he's gone around there. It's not been a great start for him at all.
Well, Sid now the front runner for that podium place for the Red Bull.
That's it. A few bets riding on that now, so hopefully he'll be able to get the job done.
Ponzi and Panda at the moment.
There we go.
Side by side.
Turn 1. Still side by side as they go into turn 2. Panda tries to switch back, but Ponzi's able to defend it. Oversteer there. Mercedes, but he'll stay with him. A little bit tricky to overtake here at Zandvoort, so we'll see what Panda can do. There's a little train forming there as well, so you got both Ferraris and both Mercedes all behind that Alfa Romeo.
And they've got a 3.5 second gap to the pink Mercedes out front.
Yeah, they've absolutely bolted, so they're staying within DRS of each other, so helping each other out a fair bit. Yeah, great drive so far from the 2 Ferrari drivers. They're in a very, very strong position here. Both Mercedes as well, doing exceptionally well to get well within the points.
Smitty very close to the back of T-Mac.
A little move happening a bit further back. So Pacey's been able to get past Artanis and run into turn 1, so he's all the way up to P9. He's very well placed with those hard tyres. Sid's sitting pretty as well. P8 with the medium tyres, so he's the highest placed driver on a harder compound. And Fever and Artanis switching positions as well.
I think Artanis might be missing his right end plate. Yes, he is.
There's a bit argy-bargy happening there. Now the 2 Haas drivers are line astern. Champions won't be too excited about them having a battle. And jump back up. A little train for P4. Yeah, Potsy's been able to pull out a DRS as well, so he's made just a clear The DRS train behind, and Smitty is struggling to hold on as well to the back of him.
Now, I'm not sure what happened, but Apollo Pepsi has pit again. And he's out behind Big Al.
Yeah, he was on the soft tyre after his first pit stop, so yeah, it's interesting that he's come in again.
Oh, Big Al.
Safety car. Big Al has retired, so going to jump on board with Apollo Pepsi here, see what happened. It looks like he's lost the rear on the exit curve there of turn 12, and he's gone into the barrier.
Oh.
And that's brought out the full safety car. Hopefully Big Al remembers to stay in the lobby so it doesn't switch host. Yeah, we've got a full safety car, so Apollo Pepsi is just pit for the hard, so he'll stay out. But I don't think anyone else was on the right side of the pit lane when that happened, so yeah, we're just going to have to go around again. Watch as Kaito has already started backing up. It's got a 5.7 second gap between himself and his teammates, so they're obviously going to be double stacking here. But as long as he doesn't hold up anyone else behind, it should be okay. As yeah, he does tuck into the pits. Just got to be careful he doesn't impede anyone behind, and it looks like it was just okay. Will he have to double stack? Comes in, and he might only just lose a fraction of a second. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad at all for Kaito. Is he held? He is held briefly. And he's lost the position to Potsy. Potsy has jumped up into effective P2.
Trin and T-Mac opting to stay out, and I think Smitty as well. Yes, Smitty staying out as well.
Trent, T-Mac, Smitty, so both Ferrari drivers. That's surprising. I would have thought they'd split the strategy there like the Mercedes did. Panda pitting for the medium tyres, dropped out into P11, just behind Kaito, who was P2. And 7 Flyboy changed positions there, so I wonder if that was just from the pit exit. Seb not pitting, this is on the mediums. He's been for about 4 laps. And Apollo Pepsi may just overtake Wahid there, who's still in the pits. And does come out just behind Apollo Pepsi.
They got a fair bit of time to make up behind this safety car.
Yeah, should be able to catch them by the end of the next lap though. We should be back under race conditions by then.
We have a Haas peeling off into the pits. That's Artanis. Late call.
Ooh, and he's going to be losing a lot of positions there. I wonder if has he actually picked up some wing damage or something. He has, so I wonder if he may have hit someone under the safety car and that's resulted in wing damage. So may as well get it fixed now, but that's going to be hurting him track position wise.
Yeah, he'll still come out ahead of Apollo Pepsi, I think. Yeah, quite comfortably. At least Apollo Pepsi and Wahid will have tyres that are up to temperature at this safety car restart.
Nova, imagine if the 2021 game spectators can spectate the safety car. I would love to be able to see Bert Mylander in the F1 2021 game. Be able to let iRacing style free cam, have a look around, 360 cam.
I'd love to drive it, you know. At least then they couldn't complain about it going so slow.
Exactly. Safety car is in this lap, so Trin has control of the field. He's on 7-lap-old soft, so they may be struggling for temperature here.
Yeah, I think that's really going to bite Ferrari in the long run here. Not stopping under at least one of them.
Yeah, they should have done one of them, just like Merck. But at least, yeah, T-Max protected by Panda having pit early, so they should get some points regardless what happens from here. Now, I wonder if Trin's going to do a Magello-style restart here. The start line is quite a way down the pit straight, So, especially having those older softs, it will leave him pretty vulnerable. And he's sitting here at around about 100 k's per hour at the final corner. See what he's going to do. He's weaving to generate that temperature. And I think, there he goes now. So he didn't wait the whole time, but look at the traffic behind the racing point of Mikau has already started to look like he's overtaking here. We've got 3 wide as they come into turn 1, and Mikau backs out. A little bit of contact between the Ferrari and the Mercedes there. The Red Bull and the Alpha Tauri going side by side as well. The racing point and the Renault just behind. Side by side, there's been contact there with the Mercedes. Has dropped back through the field. Team has gone back, and that's caused a little bit of a concertina effect. He hasn't got any damage, but he's dropped a lot of track position. He's almost fallen back to where his teammate was who pit just before the safety car. And it looks like Panda as well has just gained another position on combined view tube. He's fallen back through the field. The Renault's a line astern, and they're side by side with the Williams going through turn 6. And they settle down as they come through turn 7. But it looks like the Williams of Geordie looks a little bit racy going through there, but does stay in position. Going to jump back up to Potsy.
T-Max had a terrible restart. Absolutely. Down to P10.
Those softs just weren't firing at all as we see Potsy there and Kaito going side by side in the second DRS straight. Potsy covering the inside line, and he has to leave a space on the outside, and Kaito tries to send it, but he's not quite far up enough to be able to get the move to stick, so he stays down in P7. But Mikau up to P2 after pitting at the start of that safety car. Jump back up, who's looking at Trin now, going into turn 1. He's going to come back from about 100 metres behind, and those fresh medium tyres just giving him so much more grip than the Ferrari. He's able to make that look so easy. And jumping back because Panda's been able to get past FIFA as well. He's had a great safety car restart. He's made up about 4 positions. A little bit further back as the 2 Haas drivers staring down the back of Apollo Pepsis' McLaren. Not quite able to get anything done there, but sort of battle for P5 here. Potsy and Pacey going side by side. Just coming to sector 2. Pacey not quite got the grip of Potsy. He's been on those hards for about 9 laps now. They will last a fair bit longer, but those fresh softs that the Alfa Romeo's got are just going to be way too quick at the moment. Got to think about his long strategy here. These people aren't on the same race as him, so he's bide his time, and the race will come to him later on. And Mikau's already bolted. He's well clear of DRS range of Trin. He's under a little bit of pressure for his teammate there, and Sid has benefited quite well from that safety car. He's up to P4 on those medium tyres, so he'll be able to make a pretty comfortable one-stop happen. Jumping back, and the 2 Haas drivers going side by side through turn 1. Santana's gets moved done on Condon. Potsy having a good look at Sid. Sends it down the inside. Second him into sector 2. He's switched back around to the inside now for the second DRS straight, and he's got it done. Most drivers have a DRS, but Potsy able to do it on merit as the 2 Renaults going side by side, and Williams sneaking through as well, following Seb through on combined. And he's been on those hards for a little while as well, so he's done very well to get up into that position. As Mikau sets another fastest lap of the race. Potsy now beats it as well. He's sitting up in P4 now as Kaito makes a move on pace here, side by side through turn 1 as well. Oh, a little bit of contact, and Alpha Tauri nearly loses. A great save there by Pacey.
Red Panda and Pacey now.
Battle between these 2 at Monaco last week, but it was very brief. Pacey had so much speed on the streets of Monaco, but he's finding himself in a pretty deep midfield battle at the moment. Just jump a little further up with Sid, right on the back of the Ferraris now. Those softs are really starting to drop off. Both Trin and Smitty have been on them for 11 laps. The only other person who's been on them that long is T-Mac, who's dropped down to 10th after that restart. And I dare say Trin will probably be pitting at the end of this lap. Potsy's about to overtake him. even before the DRS zone. But he's not coming into the pits. Potsy covers off the entrance, so he wouldn't have been able to get it done. And a little bit further back as well, Smitty under a lot of pressure from Sid as Potsy does indeed get through. And a bit of contact between the Ferrari and the Red Bull as Sid makes the move up into P4. And now Kaito on the racing point, very close behind, eyeing off that position. So Kaito's actually lost out quite a bit from this safety car. He's losing a lot of time to his teammate. It looked like he was matching pace with Nick Howe before the safety car, as he's trying to go around the outside of the Ferrari of Smitty and gets it done. Oh, as the Ferrari goes off into the grass, he's able to rejoin it, and he goes back down the inside. I don't know if Kaito has let him back through there, but he's now under pressure from Pacey as well, who sneaks through, and the Mercedes of Panda as well going down the inside. The 3 wide into the corner. This is very, very risky. A lot of contact, a lot of wheel banging, and again somehow managed to get through. And then McLaren's gone around, McLaren's gone around. Fever again, Fever stuck his nose down the inside, a little bit too aggressive, and he's gone around.
Oh, he really is an incident magnet at the moment, is poor old Fever.
Oh, he's dropped all the way down to his teammate Apollo Pepsi, who's in P15, and McLaren's, it's just been a nightmarish race again for them. But yeah, it looked like Kaito was trying to redress. I think they pushed. Yeah. They pushed the front. Oh, we've got the Renault combined has gone around. He's gone into the wall.
Seb.
Oh, sorry, that's Seb. That's Seb. Has gone around the final corner and he's completely obliterated that front wing. I don't know if there was contact there with someone else, but he's coming to the pits. Fortunately, he was just on the right side of the pit entrance, and his front wing is scattered all over that pit straight. It would have been the safety car for sure if that was real life, but luckily
sloppy there from Seb.
Straight in. We'll jump a little bit further back. Polo and Fondon trading places there. Fondon on one. Any damage? No. Yeah, interestingly, both Ferrari drivers have stayed out, as T-Mac as well, on 13 laps, so they might, we've got a few people in the comments saying he might be trying to go onto the medium tyres to the end. So we've got Smitty and Kaito there again going side by side. Kaito just not able to get past. So they are on the hard tyres. So just to note, Mikau went into the pits for the mediums under the safety car. Kaito has chosen the hard. So having a little bit more trouble to get through this traffic compared to Mikau, but he has got it done this time. And Panda as well, getting it done on the inside of the Ferrari into turn 1. Sid, has actually disconnected. So everyone's predictions are going to be under a bit of doubt when he tries to get back in. There's a little bit of argy-bargy happening, just jumping back up, and Panda has jumped up above Sid. He's dropped down to 6th place already. Disconnect has been brutal for his positions. Hopefully he's able to get back in quickly. At the moment, still leading the race. Is about 4 seconds clear of Potsy. Trin, though, doing very well to hang on to this podium place he's got at the moment. So I wonder if he's going to be just jumping straight onto the medium tyre after this stint and then going to the end. Back Geordie, they're getting past Sid as well. Program staying out again. Smitty has pit, so second placed Ferrari driver pulling the trigger first. And he goes through the field.
Jumping onto the medium tyre.
Okay, so can they last that long? So wait and see. Geordie there nearly running to the back of Pacey. Very, very close there at the hairpin. Thank you very much for the follow, James. There's a little battle here. Close one on track at the moment. Sid's Ghost a little bit further back. Apollo Pepsi, the only driver so far to get a time penalty. Everyone else can be pretty tidy.
Yeah, well, there aren't too many corners you can really cut because it's grass there, so one of the old school circuits.
Meanwhile, Geordie just runs over and picks up a penalty.
And that's one of the few corners you can cut.
Absolutely, yeah. So Fever has managed to move his way up the field a little bit since that little incident. He's up to P10 now, so he is back in the points. And he's on the hard tire as well, as you see the Mercedes there of T-Mac has finally come into the pits as well. So Trin is now the only driver yet to pit in this race.
T-Mac comes out just behind Smithy.
Yeah, only a couple of seconds though, so it was a pretty close call there. So I think he had to cover off that little undercut. Meanwhile, Kaito has caught up to Trin now. The gap's just 3/10, so we'll keep an eye for that one at the end of the next DRS straight. Into the back of the road, Trin does pit, and Kaito moves up to P3, Panda up to P4. Go Fever and combined, sorry, battling in turn 1, Fever up to P7. Pace is still battling it out. Jordy on much fresher tyres, but just can't quite get past the AlphaTauri. Meanwhile, further back, Trin and Ponda going side by side into turn 7. It's a very unconventional place to pass with Trin. Oh, big bang of wheels there. And he's been able to get through, but that was very hairy. The Ferrari driver could have been sent off into Narnia there, but was able to keep it on the track. And now, he hits the back of the McLaren of Apollo Pepsi, but gets past him on the DRS straight. He's lucky not to get any wing damage there, as Ponda gets stuck behind Pepsi now, so he's going to have a bit more trouble to get past. As Potsy has pit now as well, so he's getting rid of those soft tyres, going onto the mediums. Geordie has got past Pacey. Geordie's got past Pacey as well into turn 1. Quite a few laps stuck behind. He's been able to get the move done. Back to this little battle. The last few points paying positions. Sid's still ghosted, so he's out of the points now. Hopefully he's able to come back soon.
He may have missed too many laps now already.
Apollo Pepsi's still got a fair train of cars behind him, but they're not able to get the move done under DRS, so he's got quite a bit of straight line speed there in the McLaren. And he might be under a bit more pressure. See, Ponda, all those guys behind have actually got on the hards for quite a while as well, so he's doing pretty well. And up the front, Panda has caught Kaito for P2. T-Mac and Wahi going side by side, and T-Mac moves up to P16. So a few little gaps forming, but Artanis closing on the back of combined. Thank you very much for the follow, Keanu. Bit of a lull at the moment. A few of the gaps opening up at the front half of the field, but we've got a couple of nice little battles forming as combined pits, so I imagine he'll be jumping onto the soft tyre to the end now.
There's a big train behind Apollo Pepsi.
Yeah, there we go. We can see Ponton there going around the outside of turn 1, and Pepsi's got his elbows out. He's not making this an easy battle at all for Ponton. Still partially in front. He's just coming through the horseshoe now. Big lock up as he's trying to go around the outside and hold position. And he's been able to do it. He's held on. So he's doing so well to keep these cars behind. But he does seem to
be racing.
Seems to be a little bit
both
slower.
Of those guys.
But yeah, great
Sorry
respect.
about that.
Great respect between them. But yeah, Pepsi just seems to be a little bit slower than everyone else in the corners. He is notorious for being very difficult to overtake, but by no means is that means an unclean driver. He's just very good at defending. He's coming under a little bit more pressure again. There's the chicane, but quite close enough to be able to get it done. Just looking at the front of the field, looks like Panda's mediums might be starting to go off. His gap to Kaito has dropped off a little bit, so yeah, he's just outside of DRS range, so he might be struggling. And we've got the Ferrari Smitty there, about to overtake Flyboy into turn 1, and he's got it done.
So combined now on the back of this pack already. On fresh softs as well.
He's just got to be patient, doesn't want to make any high-risk moves or anything. Should be pretty straightforward for him to make the moves on the straight. Just make sure he doesn't stick his nose down too early. Absolutely, Jacob. Don't forget, Pepsi is a race winner. So
he certainly is.
Not all of us have got wins in T1.
Combined already getting past.
Yeah, T-Mac also getting past Flyboy. As the Ferrari, Smitty's gone round. Smitty's gone round.
Spinala. It's happened.
It was just a matter of time. He's got his front wing intact, so hopefully it's just a little bit of overcooked tyres as Geordie is coming to the pits now to get some fresh medium tyres to the end. Surprised he hasn't gone onto the soft tyre, actually. It's only 13 laps to go. Just going to jump a little bit further up the field. We've got contact between Flyboy and Combined, and Flyboy losing a couple of positions there. A little half spin there. No damage at all.
Meanwhile, Apollo Pepsi still holding up these guys. Letting them bicker amongst themselves.
T-Mac right on the heels of Pondon.
And this is for 10th place, the final point.
Yeah, most of these hard runners will be coming to the pit shortly. Those softs will be able to take them to the end if they pit soon. As you see there, Pondon getting past Apollo Pepsi, finally being able to get it done with the help of DRS. Up into 10th place as Pacey is finally pit from those hard tyres. So he was up into P5. And have a good run to the end on the softs. We're hoping to get out in front of Pondon here. We'll see how it comes out. He should just, do it. It was a little bit of contact there between Pepsi and Pondon into turn 1.
T-Mac almost pushing Apollo Pepsi through that corner there.
Yeah, T-Mac's really suffered under this little battle here. Just going to jump back as Smitty's been able to get past Flyboy. But yeah, T-Mac on those medium tyres would have hoped that he'd be able to clear the hard runners a lot earlier than he has, and that's hurt his race a little bit because he's going to have to start defending against the guys who've just pit for softs. I wonder actually if Pondon and Apollo were going for the one stop. If they're going to the end of these cards.
T-Mac going for it down the inside. Oh, they're banging wheels. They're still side by side. Combined trying to find a way past.
Oh, great wheel-to-wheel racing. Apollo Pepsi giving him plenty of space. Still banging tyres on the straight. And I think T-Mac is in front. Yeah, Pepsi. Oh, the Renault there getting forced onto the grass. Trying to get past the McLaren.
He should have enough grip. No. Pepsi holding on to that place still.
Yeah, he shut the door. And he stays in P12. Those hards are really starting to struggle. He's going to have to come in for the softs, I think. He's just going to be losing too many positions. Jacob, Red Bull can still get this podium. Miguel's retired and Sid's Ghost AI is last.
But on fresh softs.
Exactly.
Worst 10,000 points I ever spent.
Alright, here goes combined now onto Apollo Pepsi. Should get him done this time. He's using up a fair bit of his ERS, but he's got the help of DRS. And gets the move done this time around. Stone as well. The front Panda has come in for a fresh set of softs, so he's now in P6. And Mikau has also picked for softs as well. He's in P2. And he is behind Kaito, who's staying out on the hards. So we'll just see if they come in for the soft runs. Meanwhile, Geordie's been able to get past Trin, which is on the fresh
T-Mac
tires. And yeah, Ponton and T-Mac going side by side through turn 1. So T-Mac back up into the points. Meanwhile, for the back, Smitty's been able to get past Wahid. And that's P14 after that little spin he had earlier.
Also, Combine's been able to get past Pepsi, and he's already caught up to Pondon and T-Mac.
Yeah, he's got a lot of pace on those soft tyres. Pondon should hopefully for him be pretty light work, being on those old hards. T-Mac will be pretty difficult to get past. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. We've got the Alfa Romeo of, is that? It's not Potsy, it's Flyboy.
Flyboy.
That's had a bit of a spin. So that's at turn 8. Yeah, no damage, but yeah, it looks like those hard tyres are starting to let go a little bit. Smitty and Apollo Pepsi going side by side into turn 11 as well. And ooh, I think Pepsi had a little drama there. He's lost the position to Wahid as well. As Panda sets the fastest of the race with 1 minute 10.8. And yeah, Apollo Pepsi really struggling now on those hard tyres. I think he will pit at the end of the lap now. And there he goes. Grab a fresh set of softs.
Well, that was Apollo Pepsi, yeah. T-Mac picking up a 3-second penalty. Now that is going to be interesting come the end of the race.
Yeah, I'll just have a look at the penalties quickly. So we've got Geordie currently on 3 seconds, same as T-Mac. Seb, Apollo Pepsi with 3 seconds, and Flyboy's just picked up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits. So combined very close to the back of Pondon now. 4/10 in it. As Miko sets another fastest lap of the race, 1 minute 10.1. Just got to keep an eye on him at the front. Pretty close to getting the lead back from his teammate.
Lap 28 of 36.
Combined on Pondon into turn 1. Pondon covering the inside. Renault driver taking the outside line. Not quite able to position the car in front of the Haas, so he's had to sit back behind again. Just going to jump up to Mikau now, who should have the win, and yeah, his teammate has got out of the way as well, so he takes the lead of the race. And jump down as Apollo Pepsi gets past Seb, who's coming to the pits for a fresh set of softs as well. So let's have a look at the winners and losers so far in the race. So Kaito, FIBA both gaining 1 position over the whole race. Potsy up 2, Atanas up 6. A great result from him so far. Panda's down 1. Trin up 1, Pacey up 4 is currently in the points. As you see, combined there, trying around the outside of Pondon once again. And he got the job done this time. It looks like he's a little bit further in front, and he has got the position. He's moved up into P11. Yes, Pacey up 4, T-Mac down 2, combined up 3 now, nearly in the points. Pondon up 7, Smitty down 1, Wahid up 2, Apollo up 2, Seb down 6, and Sid down 2. Jump up to Panda, who's very close to the back of Artanis now for P5. Artanis has been on those hards for 20 laps, so it looks like he's going for a one-stop. He pit for those hards on lap 10, so should be able to make it to the end, but they will be very slow, and he's got a few cars behind him on fresher softs and medium tyres. As Panda does indeed go for the move into turn 1, and pretty comfortable there for the Mercedes driver. He moves up into P5, and he's just 3 seconds behind Potsy. I'll jump a little bit further back as Trin and Pacey going side by side. Pacey taking the inside of the Ferrari, and he has claimed that position. His fresher tyres really helping, giving him that extra grip. A bit further back through the field, Smitty just behind Pondon now. Seb sets the fast lap race on a 9.8, and he gets the move done on Apollo Pepsi at turn 1 as well, so heading for those soft tyres has really helped give him a bit more pace with 17 seconds on P14 though, so I think he may just be trying to hold on to the fastest lap to deny that point from someone in the top 10. Just Smithy again, pretty close to the back of the little train behind combined. Smitty basically pushing Pondon around turn 1. He's not quite got the pace to get far enough alongside to move on Pondon.
He's having a look here.
Both of them using up a lot of their ERS. Seeing the flashing lights in the back of the cars. Smitty runs very wide up to the curb there, and it's costing him a fair bit of time. He's almost out of DRS range.
He is.
Oh, he should still get it. I think it was like
he does.
0.96. Yep, there we go. Very lucky. But yeah, that mistake nearly cost him DRS, and Wahid there just a little bit behind him. Can jump up to Geordie now, who's closing in on Tanis, P6. He's done really well to get into this position. Those hards really starting to fade now. Geordie has used up every little bit of his ERS. He's got nothing to use on the straight. So Tanner's just able to stay in front there. So he jumps down to Smitty, who's sizing up Pondon for a move into turn 1. He's got a little bit left in the tank. He's holding on that overtake button too much. And he's used up all of his ERS as well. But he tucks to the outside of the Haas. goes around the outside. A little bit of contact there. The Haas drifting a little bit through the corner, but Smitty has got it done. Moves up into P12. And jumping up to Geordie again. He's recharged a little bit of his battery. And he's right behind the Haas driver. And here he goes, using DRS on the run into turn 11. And he's got the move done. Moves up to P6. Artanis, P7. So we've got Pacey 4 seconds behind. If he's in on the soft tyres for 8 laps, they'll start to fade soon as he's coming under pressure from Trin.
So combined in 11th place at the moment, behind T-Mac, who has a 3-second penalty, and the gap is currently 3.2 seconds.
Trin closing in on Pacey a little bit. Gap's down to about 7 tenths now. Close battle in the top 10. Got Smitty very close behind combined as well. Going up to P11. Everyone else pretty spread out. A fair bit of time management going on in this race. Jump back to Smitty, who's coming in to the back of the Renault. Oh, under braking. Ferrari just has so much more grip. Again, can't get quite alongside. As Pepsi picks up another 3-second penalty. Smitty's got a pretty good run. Maybe into turn 11, but not quite enough. Renault is very slippery in a straight line.
Leaders have started the final lap.
Yeah, Mikau about halfway around on his final lap. Smitty now closing in on the Renault. He's done very well to position the car combined, but this sort of battle's costing him dearly. T-Mac with that 3-second penalty means the combined has slipped well outside of that range now. And Smitty has got the move done. He's up into P11, about 4.5 seconds now behind T-Mac. So unless he picks up another penalty in the last few corners, this should be a finishing order. Meanwhile, Potsy and Fever just changing positions there. Potsy up to P3. Fever's hard's finally fading. He's under a lot of pressure from Panda as well as Mikau comes across the line to win the race from his teammate Kaito.
I think he's got a puncture. He's got a puncture.
Oh, Fever has got a puncture.
Left
His
rear,
left
rear.
is gone, and unfortunately those hards just giving way. He's lost position with Potsy and Panda. Geordie's about to come around the corner as well.
Oh, he's got to bring it home. He's got to bring it home.
And that should be it, but Geordie will lose positions there on warnings. And Artanis comes across the line as well in P6. And Pacey P8, Trin P9, T-Mac should come all home in P10. Thank you very much for the follow, Pint Dog.
Fever can just not catch a break at the moment. Got spun a couple of times this race. Puncture on top of it. Oh.
Yeah, but still, to finish P5 from where he was early on in the race, that's a great, great effort.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just waiting for Seb and Apollo Pepsi to come across the line, and we'll see our podium. And there we go. Driver today goes to Pondon. He had the same strategy as Feberg, doing that one stop on the hards, and while he'd lost a few positions towards the end of the race, great result for him to get decent points for the team. But congratulations to Mikael, picking up the win. And Kaito in P2.
Great debut.
Yeah, absolutely. Great pace as well, so it should be good for him to join the fight against Mikael and Fever when he's filling in. And great P3 as well there for Potsy. We've got Panda, Fever, Artanis, Geordie, Pacey, Trin and T-Mac rounding out our top 10. Followed by Smithy combined, Pondon, Wahid, Seb with the fastest lap of the race denies that bonus point from anyone in the top 10. Followed by Apollo Pepsi, Sid, Flyboy and Big Al, our only DNF. Thank you everyone for joining us. We're going to take a 5-minute break. We'll be back for Tier 2 race shortly. Thank you very much to Bandcamp for joining me in the commentary box for this race, and good luck for your race in a moment. We'll be back shortly, everyone. Stick around.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Tier 2 race for Aussie Formula Racing, Season 6, Round 14 here from Zandvoort in the Netherlands. Drivers are just loading into their qualifying session. We'll have another update for you shortly. Looks like there's... Ooh, it looks like it has been raining, but it's not currently raining, so we're just going to see what the conditions are like. We'll jump into that in just a moment. Here at this 14 corner circuit last season, Bully having a bit of trouble at turn run 1 there, getting a bit loose on the curb, spinning around, and luckily he ghosted. A few cars going straight through the corner. Next season, possibly no ghosting, so we're going to see how that kind of incident will play out. Turn 2, Jacob Meister versus Psycho. Going side by side through the exit of turn 1, and going side by side through turn 2. And the AFR just losing the rear, and great reactions there from the Mercedes driver. But unfortunately for Jacob, losing his entire front wing and ruining his race. Let's had turn 14, Pondon and Elgem coming together, and we had their cars and debris all over the track there at the pit entrance. Luckily for Pondon, he was able to come straight into the pits to get that wing replaced, but Elgem unfortunately retired. Joined in the qualifying session here with Apollo Pepsi in the commentary box. Welcome.
Hello.
Any news on the weather for us?
Both dry.
Dry. Okay, it looks like it has been raining though in qualifying. It looks like the track's a bit wet, but no rain falling at the moment. A little bit of driver information here. So we do have Lights, who's dropped back to a reserve role for the rest of the season, but he is here filling in for someone who wasn't able to attend in the AFR. And he is serving a qualifying ban, I believe, for Monaco for entering the track with slick tyres when it was not safe to do so, and failing to return to the pits afterwards. But anyway, I think that's everyone else at the moment is out on track, apart from Conrad, who's also filling in tonight. But I'm going to jump aboard with Hero, who's the first driver to start his flying lap.
It's actually Hero first out.
A little bit of lock up there through the horseshoe. That's fine. It's very overcast, so I wonder how cold the track must be.
It would be good for drivers to have a cold track due to lock-ups making those tyres shoot into overheating.
There's a Williams in front of Hero here. Is it going to get out of the way? He's completely oblivious to the Haas behind it. And he's staying on the racing lane. He's opening DRS as well. What is he doing? What is the Williams doing?
That
that
will be locked out.
Possibly. I mean, I don't think they actually impeded Hero. He ended up getting a little bit of a tow down the DRS straight, but the Williams there just absolutely no idea what was happening. I think that was Mr. Spicer there.
That will hurt him through the first couple of corners through sector 2 though.
And Hero sets a 1 in 9.4, so a bit off the pace, and hopefully he gets out of the way. And he does. He does what Mr. Spicer did not. With Combat Rat is about to finish his lap. And he sets a 1 in 9.7, so Hero's time not looking too bad at all. I think Psycho's just come with the 110.2. And Quantum Effect goes for the middle pole with a 1 in 9.2. God, that's Ferrari to come through. Check what Bully's time's about to be. Goes P7 with 110.010, and his teammate goes P9 with 110.707. Mercedes Keeper is about to finish his lap. Oh, and he has the horrible gearbox bug, so jump off this as soon as it's done. And there he goes. Jump onto Vassar, who's currently in Sector 1 on his first flying lap. Mate, provisional pole now, 109.101.
Gotta love that gearbox glitch.
Absolutely. Staying out of the way nicely there. pretty tidy there for most of the lap we were on board. See what kind of time he does as he comes across the line. 1:11.171, so a little bit off the pace. As everyone has set a time. I'm just waiting on Mika, Ali and Conrad to set a lap. Everyone else is currently on the in lap. This field's a little bit more spread than our Tier 1 field was. We only have about 2 seconds covering the 16 cars that have set a time.
Well, at least we're not going to have any technical difficulties like we did before.
No, definitely not. Won't have any lobby restarts for random people joining the lobbies. So I'm just going to jump forward here with Conrad, who's the lead car on his outlap at the moment.
I believe Nut is actually doing a second lap on those tyres.
I can't imagine that'll be particularly competitive.
Well,
Tyres
he's
definitely
3/10 up.
must have been a pretty terrible first lap. I think that was Nut, was it? It was a 1:11.3 he did on his best time so far. So it's always Conrad runs very wide at the exit of the second last corner. It's going to compromise his run all the way down the straight.
So Nut actually improved by a second, went 12 fastest. So it was a bad lap. It's even worse lap with that tyre wear.
Yeah, he should be pretty switched on now for his next set of tyres though. Conrad a little bit loose as he comes into the horseshoe.
Not a great corner if you don't run ABS.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of lockups going through there.
Mika's lost it into the horseshoe. Corner beforehand, hit the wall.
Oh, as Conrad goes very deep into the chicane. Hopefully he doesn't impede his teammate who's just behind him. It's ruined his lap, but Shane Mumford continues on. Amazing that he's able to get into the Tier 2 lobby after doing the rough work for GWS earlier this afternoon. And goes P3 for 109.215. For the back, we've got Hero. Is he still doing his lap, or is he aborted it after incident? Or was it Mika who made it?
That was Mika
Okay,
who hit
Hero.
the wall. Ollie's about to cross the line though.
Thank you very much to the follow Killer Pitbull and Bency as well.
Ollie across the line 1:10.1. So a second off the pace. Ollie's washed.
Hero going purple in the second sector.
How do race bans work? You just can't race. You had to say you're attending, just don't.
Hero extended too far in the final corner, and that's it, invalidated. Wingman comes across the line, P5 with a 109.344. Going to jump aboard with Mr. Spicer of the Williams, who's starting his flying lap again.
Looks like one of the Alphas has spun it. Will it count as serve if yeah, so it will still count lights if you if you have a reason you're not racing, it'll still count. It just means you're lucky.
Spicer looking a little bit loose there through the second sector. Hero selected the medium tyres, so actually looks like Mr. Spicer's aborted this lap, so we're going to jump back with Mika, who's hopefully having a bit better run this time around. No, he is coming into the pits.
Raymay did 8.9 for his fastest.
Now I wonder if Hero's going to try and do a run on the mediums, do the alternate strategy. Interesting to see how that plays out. And most of the drivers are on in-laps or out-laps at the moment. Those are on track. Everyone else in the pits. We can see who's going to be our first driver. Set another flying lap.
I think it's...
Hero, possibly.
No, I think it's Decelerate. The first one.
Here we go. Yep, there we go. He's just coming up to the straight now, so let's jump aboard with him.
Actually, Skins is on the lap at the moment as well.
Oh, he nearly loses a rear next to turn 1. He's going to hurt his time a little bit. We keep an eye on his delta as he comes up to the end of the first sector.
So, Skins came into sector 2, 2/10 up on his time. That's 9.1 at the moment.
Alright, coming up to the end of sector 2 now. Oh, he's nearly caught the racing point. That would have been a big distraction for him there. He was 1.5 tenths up, but the racing point there caught out. I think that was Combat Rat. Went straight on, but that would have been distracting there for the Red Bull driver.
So, Skins improved his time, just didn't improve his position. So, that's great.
And Red Bull comes to the pit, so I think he lost a fair bit of time from that incident. And Hero is on the medium tyre, so let's see. He's currently just about matching his delta from his best lap.
He probably backed off in the last sector on his lap.
And he's coming to the pits.
Probably testing the delta. Probably seeing what time he was able to do.
We've got Shane Mumford on another flying lap. Goes purple in sector 1.
Man, they're going to hit that quite a bit.
10.5 up, so that'll get him up into P2. Not quite enough to get up into P1 though. We'll see how he goes in the last couple of corners. Catching a lead with traffic there. I think that's Combat Rat again, who's on the flying lap as well.
Combat, he's coming to the line now. I'm looking at what time he does, a 9.3.
And Shane Mumford goes provisional pole with a 108.7. Jump over with Mr. Picer, who was I think purple in sector 1. He's 100th of a second up on his previous time. He's caught traffic though. He's got an AlphaTauri there. Looks like Vassar just in front of him. Purple in sector 2. He's a 10th up now, but he's caught the AlphaTauri. But I think the AlphaTauri is on a hot lap as well, so there's absolutely nothing that Mr. Spicer can do about it. Oh, he backs out of it, so it could be an interesting one that Stewards might look at after the race.
That's interesting.
Mr. Spicer loses a bit of time there and goes P9 with 109.7. And he has very deep in turn 1 as well, so not going to be able to go again, I don't think, at all. Ali here, just starting his, might be his last flying lap, but still about 4 minutes to go in the session.
You should be able to get in just before the time runs out to go out again for another lap. It's not as he's lost in the fast right-hander.
Ali sets a 109.7, goes P10. Now we've got a number of drivers in the pits, so they'll be ready to start their final laps in a moment. Yeah, and that got very slowly there. In sector 2.
Yeah, I didn't check
Saxa
it.
just started his flying laps. Jump aboard with him for this one, the Ferrari.
I think Peep has done all his laps on one tyre.
Yeah, 3 laps there I've got on the tyre he's currently got fitted.
He's covered in. He's changing it now.
Not got a lot of time, so he's going to want to get a read on.
The latest you can leave pits is probably, I'd say 130 is the latest.
That's pushing it though. That has to be a very quick out lap.
Yeah, it has to be very fast. 140-ish is when you're supposed to be out. If you want to feel dangerous, go 125.
Saxon comes across the line. And so it's 109.866, so good enough for P11. Just going to jump a little further back. We've got, I think that's Dezelerating about to finish his flying lap. And goes up to P13 with 110.221. And the Alfa Romeo there of, I think that's Shane Mumford is about to start his flying lap. So we've got a minute and a half left, so most drivers now will be starting their final lap of the session.
So basically, any driver that's not out on track at the moment will not make it. One of the Ferraris just left pits. He's gonna have to do a quick lap.
That's cool. He's currently in sector 2, so he should be able to make it.
Nah, Bully.
Oh, is he behind Shane Mumford?
He's behind Bait, mate.
Yeah, he's not going to make it.
Maybe.
So pretty tidy lap so far from Shane Mumford. It's currently 108.797. You see his split time at the end of this straight. We've got a yellow flag. Someone's been firing. Haven't set their time. The 600th second up is Shane Mumford. Which returns 11 and 12. We get a nice little toe here as well from the Mercedes. I think that's Nut.
Yes.
The keeper.
I think it's not.
There he goes. He's going to pick up a nice toe as he comes down the straight. Should help improve his delta, and it does. 1.72 tenths up. 108.625. Going to jump back a little bit further. We've got.
Oh.
No, it's going to be the Renault.
Paymate has crashed out.
Oh, he has. Yes, we saw that was something crashed there as well in the T1 race. Thank you very much for the follow, Gear.
Mika has put in a good lap of 9.6, goes P9.
Spicer about to finish his final lap. We do have the checkered flag, so everyone who finishes their laps now will be done for the session. And Spicer goes P7. We've got the AlphaTauri as well. Vass about to come across the line now. Does not improve. We've got the Renault of Skins. No, Bandcamp has not improved either. 110.9.
Wingman
109.125. We've got the Haas as well of Heroes just finished his lap 109.2 with a racing point there of Combat Rag comes across the line. Does a 109.2, beats his brother of Skins with the Ferrari as well. I think that's Bully, is it? No,
Saxo was invalid.
McLaren of Quantum Effect about to come across the line. And improves by 800ths of a second. Not good enough to get in front of his teammate though. Got the Mercedes of Keeper goes up to P14 with 109.988. We've got the racing point of Psycho as well, still about to complete his lap. We've got a Renault there, has had a little incident, but Psycho backs out of this lap, does not improve. And we've got the other Haas of Hero. No, that's it. I think everyone is done except Skins is the only one coming in and is giving way to AI cars.
AI. His big cell all on the lap.
He's pulling over for all the AI cars. They're all going so slow on the track. And he's trying not to impede, but
you never know.
He is the only car apart from Shane Mumford who's doing the same thing. There he goes through.
You never know.
Exactly. Better to be safe than sorry. So.
You'll hate to think it is AI car until you get a report later in the day.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, Ali has left the session. Hopefully he's able to rejoin shortly. But thankfully on this game you can rejoin, and you do have the ability to take your car again. And there we go. So we have Shane Mumford starting on pole position for Alfa Romeo, followed by Batemate and Williams, and Wingman on McLaren. We've also got Quantum Effect, Hero, Combat Skins, Mr. Spicer, Bully, Mika, rounding out in the top 10, followed by Ali, Saxa, Psycho, Keeper, Decelerate, Nut, Vasa, Bandcamp, Conrad, and Light starting from the back. So, not too bad grid. 1 second covering the top 10, and 2 seconds covering the top 18. Conrad, unfortunately, not able to set a representative time, as Ali has rejoined the session, so he should be good on the grid.
Ooh, that's a Smitty 6-month sub.
Smitty, congratulations. And thank you very much for your support. Looking a bit cloudy here at the start of the Tier 2 race, but we have been told that there's no rain forecast.
Might go double check. It'll be interesting. How many people are gonna have tire issues around here? Because tires overheating, that is quite a big issue. As I experienced the whole of Tier 1 race.
Thank you very much for the follow low noise. Alright, let's have a look at what the drivers have chosen for their tyres. So top 10 obviously has to start on the tyre that they qualified on, so everyone on the softs. Everyone outside the top 10 on the medium tyres, except for Decelerate, Nut and Bandcamp on the hards, and Vasa on the softs.
I wonder if we're gonna... people are gonna... or if there's a safety car before a soft window, I wonder if we will see people try to go lap 16 for mediums.
Yeah, possibly. We did see a couple of one-stops as well, soft to hard in Tier 1. It didn't work out for one of the drivers, Feber picking up a puncture on the final lap, but they did manage to get those hards to last more than 20 laps. So if you can get to around about lap 16, whether it be on the softs or the hards, softs or the mediums, you should be able to get to the end of the race on those tyres.
It's also an issue of keeping your tyres in optimal temperature. If you start overheating that front left, you're going to have to pit early.
Yeah, absolutely. And we had a couple of safety car restarts as well during that race, so it definitely affects your tyre temperature as well. So with those hards, they do take a lot more effort to switch on. Just looking at the field spread at the moment, Shane Mumford and Batemate have absolutely bolted the rest of the field, forming up behind Wingman and Quantum. And then the Mercedes, I think that's Keeper way down the back there. No, sorry, that's not. He must have fallen asleep on the grid. He's a fair way off the pace.
At least these drivers will have their own setups.
Did you load default setup in the race?
Maybe.
I did tag everyone a couple of times to remind you.
I know, my memory is not good. I even told my teammate, load your setup, and 20 seconds later, I forget. And then, like, I think by lap 2, my front left was 120 degrees.
Nice.
So that was a early pit stop.
Ready, all the cars are on the grid. Apparently we're on lap 2 already. Thank you, Codemasters. And the engine's revving. The light's going to come on. Sure, they will. Come on. Come on, Cody's.
Someone's desynced.
Cody's. It's probably Ali. He was the one who left the session at the end of quali, but
I might jump
just give it a
down.
moment.
If it doesn't go out soon, I might jump down and ask. Yep, I'm gonna ask in the garages. I'll be back.
Just waiting for Ali, I think, to finish loading or connect to the server or whatever Cody's believes is happening. Esports ready for sure. Thank you very much for the follow, Ancient Storm RL. It's banned. How can it be banned?
Yep. So drivers have no idea who's desynced, so that's great.
Mikau thinks that it's banned, but I haven't seen anyone disconnect yet.
That's what they think. I'm thinking Ali because he's the last one to join, so I just
He's not in Discord though, so unfortunately we can't tell him that he needs to. Wait a minute, where is he? There he goes. He's left the session and migrating host.
Nah, I think we're the bands that. Yeah, I think it's just bugged.
Yeah, migrating host. Restart it is.
Oh my god, not again.
Alright. We jinxed it. We jinxed it in quali.
Yep. Unlucky.
Alright.
No, it's going off now.
Bandcamp's left the session. No, I think we're restarting.
Yeah, we are. I think we are.
We're still going.
Not many people have disconnected. Hero's gone. Dan's gone. Ollie's gone.
Alright. Anyway, we'll continue following it, I guess, unless I'm told otherwise. Anything happening in the back. Conrad and Decelerate going a bit slow, but otherwise everyone else seems to be continuing on. Keeper and
Oh, that's wing damage on one of the Mercedes. Nuts gone damage already.
A lot of movement there. We got lights has made up a fair bit of ground up to P13. Bandcamp has rejoined, so I'm assuming that we are continuing with this lobby. So keep with it. And Hero has rejoined as well. So yeah, what's going on there?
That was interesting. So lap 1, where we didn't think it would be lap 1, was actually lap 1.
Spicer going into turn 1. Gets the move done. Nut who's already pit on the safety car. Going after safety car. What am I doing? Needed a longer break between Tier 1 and Tier 2. My brain's fried. We got Combat and Bully side by side now. Oh, a little bit of wobble there from Combat. As Bully moves up to P8.
I believe Ollie. He's still not on his car yet. Might be in it soon.
Movement Bassett on Ali.
And there goes the intervals. That's great.
Yeah. Everyone's back in the lobby though. So I think they were just trying to figure out which driver was causing the issue on the grid, but coming back in, so Linda should come back at the end of this lap.
So quite a good train behind Combat at the moment. As Saxo, he's actually looking for the overtake now.
Yeah, there he is, side by side on the pit straight. We've got DRS enabled now, but
Keeper's having a look as well. Keeper's having a look at. Oh, he was having a look down inside of Saxo moved up.
Combat's still keeping it in front, and I think he's been able to hold off the Ferrari. Ferrari, though, up on the curb, or swoops in front of the racing point and gets the move done.
I wonder if Combat's having tyre issues already.
That's possible. It's a very tricky track for keeping the temps under control.
Even with minimal tyre pressure, you can overheat that left front. Looks like after Hillier disconnected, he's actually made ground back on the top few at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see there's tiny gaps through the whole field at the moment. Follow which one to look at. The lights here, sizing up Keeper on the pit straight. To help with DRS, he should be able to get this done very easily, and he does. In front before the braking zone. Keeper tries to outbrake him though, and we've got Mika and Psycho side by side as well, just behind. And Keeper and Lights still going wheel to wheel. And Keeper says no thank you, stays in front.
Mika's
to the outside, but yeah, Mika trying to look down the inside of Lights as well. Just got to be careful, he doesn't leave himself too vulnerable to Psycho. He's really close behind.
Mr. Spicer caught up to the back of Skins at the moment, and with Hero Bully's about to join them as well. Did we get DRS this lap? I actually can't remember.
Last lap, yep. Go. Lights having a much better run on Keeper this time out of the final corner.
Oh, other side coming out of it. Psycho's also making a move on Mika as well.
Yeah,
I think Mika's having trouble with. I think most soft runners will be having trouble with their tyre temps. Well, at this stage in the race. Because once you overheat it, you're not going to get it back down unless you go very slow on the lap.
Jump a little further up the front, Hero. Very close to the back of Mr. Spicer now. You see Mr. Spicer running out of ERS.
We had a change for Ling. I think Shane may have mistaken the turn one.
Yeah, he has.
For that wingman.
Meanwhile, Combat and Saxa side by side in turn one.
I don't know how, but or when.
Lights has sent it down the inside of Combat Rat as well. Hasn't quite been able to get the move done. Meanwhile, Keeper's lost a couple of positions there at the hairpin.
Combat rides on the back of Saxa.
Lights getting very racy with Combat. Nearly had a bit of overlap at turn 7, turn 8.
Oh, the medium tyre at the moment would be the better tyre for that overheating issue.
Shape up for Mumford hasn't got any front wing damage that I can see, but he's already dropped off about 6/10 behind Wingman, so he's definitely struggling to keep up with McLaren. I wonder if he's got a bit of temperature issue as well in his front tyres.
Or he's probably pushed it a bit too much on the opening stages. He's already out of EOS at the moment he's 20%, but Batemate behind, he's on 80%. So if Batemate gets ahead, he can just cruise off.
Keeper peels off into the pits, he's just about to be overtaken. Lap 7's pretty early, he must be committing to the 2-stop.
No, he's going to wing change.
Ah, okay.
And he's on new sets of mediums. As Mr. Spicer has pitted. Such gone again a wing change. He's lost the end plate and he's put on hard tires now. I'm not sure.
Up the front as well, Shane Mumford's closed that gap down to Wingman again, just 3/10 in it.
He seems to lose most of that time at the Sector 2 start though. So as he's lost 3/10 in that section, he's given Batemate a run.
Yeah, absolutely. Batemate, they're getting a much better exit than Shane Mumford, but Mumford covering the inside pushes the Williams right up onto the grass on the curb. There
I don't think Shane saw him there. I don't think Shane thought he was going to go for it.
As one of Mercedes, I think that's Nut has spun around.
Oh, he's fully around. He's facing the wrong way.
He keeps out of the way of Dezeller who comes through. Thank you very much, XACE AU, for the host and the raid.
Oh, as what was that? Vassar almost losing that at the horseshoe, as you will say.
Yeah, Ali gets through Vassar just before turn 5.
And
13.
Shane almost about to lose DRS, but just grabs it.
Yeah, the sort of battle that he's got with Batemate is really costing him a bit of time. He does look like he's a bit faster than Wingman, but he's just getting caught up in this battle with the Williams.
I don't think the dirty air is helping at all as well. I think lights on the back of Saxa as Quantum has pitted.
Here we go. There's one of our top drivers coming into the pits.
And here comes lights down the straight.
Comes from a long way back.
Just finds the space.
And the Ferrari stays in front. Saxa gets the elbows out. Van Camp getting past Vassar as well, going to turn 1 a little bit further back.
And that overtake between lights and Saxa could have ended worse. As we got
for a Mayo off. Which one is that?
Conrod out.
Had a little bit of drama on the exit of turn 6.
Yeah, he's got gravel all over his tyres. I'd say that's about time for him to come and get rid of those tyres. So those would be cooked. So Quantum leaving the pits just ahead of Ali, behind Psycho.
Yeah, he's in a nice sort of gap. Should help him out quite a bit.
Wingman faking the pit on Shane and Batemate, but both of them just going in anyway.
Okay, interesting. Skin stays out as well in the round.
Hero's also in. So this is going to be very interesting. I wonder if he's trying a 2 or 1 stop with a medium tire. It is a doable strat. It's just I've tried it like without the safety car. I think you can go lap 14, 15 without a safety car.
Light's trying to go around the outside of the Ferrari. And he's touched the grass, so very high risk move there. And he's backed out of it.
It's a doable place. I did on Flyboy. You just had to hope that the other car sees you.
Ali and Hero going side by side through sector 2. Nearly getting the position done, but Hero has the inside line, so he's making it very difficult for the Red Bull driver. He's in front.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
He hasn't quite been able to do it.
Hero's on mediums, and that's 26 laps he's going to have to do on those medium tires.
Shane Mumford and Psycho battling it out.
Wingman is in the pit, same with Skins.
Bully inherits lead in the Ferrari.
Here comes Wingman leaving the pits now. How much gap is he going to have to Batemate is my question. He actually has a pretty good gap to Batemate behind. That's actually a very nice gap he's got.
Shane Mumford as well is lost out of it there. He's down in P6 still.
Probably interesting to stay on those softs.
Could be going for the 1 stop, so we might see him come in the next couple of laps. If he can just stretch those softs out a little bit longer, he might be hoping for a safety car.
Light's still trying to get past Saxa. Well, this is going to be interesting. He's going to have Wingman on those fresh hards on the back of him soon. And Wingman's got some ERS saved up, so he will be using that to make the overtake. Bully's in the pit lane now for the hard tire.
He might not be able to make those last to the end. 23 laps is a big ask. We saw what happens if you stretch them too far. As Lights has taken the lead of the race, getting past Saxa, but can he hold on to the position? It's the Ferrari trying to get him on the inside to the horseshoe.
I believe you can do your hards from here still. You get to like 70%. It's just if you pit any earlier than 10, you have to care for them at the end of a race. Now, Saxon Lights battling. This has hurt Wingman's gap. It's down to 6/10 now.
Yeah, all within DRS range of each other. Shane Mumford as well on the back of this train. Quantum effects, just a second and a half away as well.
And on a slightly used set of hards, so it might benefit him, might not.
Yeah, it's very close to the back of Psycho now. So they come around the final corner. Psycho just out of DRS range as well, but Wingman and Saxa swap positions as well.
Oh, Baymay down the inside.
Yeah, big dive on the Ferrari there, and he should be able to get the position done as well.
Don't think Wingman wanted that one.
As Hero and Psycho do swap positions. Baymay and Saxa still going side by side. We get the move done. We've got Mercedes Nut that's gone around in sector 2 as well. We saw him do that a couple of times during qualifying.
Hero not in a good spot, being stuck behind a hard runner at the moment. Wants to use those memes to the fullest. I believe Wingman, he might make an attempt at overtaking on this straight. He used up all of his ERS on the banking. Doesn't quite get it though.
Oh, his quantum effect has just gone around there. He's broken his front wing. I don't know if he got contact there. Just threw him behind the steward's post there. Spin off into the wall, and he's lost a fair chunk of that front wing.
He was battling with Hero. So either they went side by side out of the corner and one of them oversteered into one of them, or Quantum's just let his rears up too much. It's very easy to do on the hard tyres as Wingman's going past Light.
Past Lights and Batemate as well, trying to get past the AlphaTauri as well.
Wingman's just got to hope Lights holds Batemate up as much as he can now. Wingman's going to have a lot more good than Lights at the moment. Lights still on those 15 lap old mediums. They try to send it down inside. Oh god, I can't remember the turn number that one.
Mumford and Batemate going side by side.
I think Shane Mumford might have the advantage here with inside line, but Baymate's going to have that one for...
Yeah, banging tyres all the way through the corners. Shane Mumford.
Not really a corner you can do side by side with.
That's the Haas of Mika there, ran a bit wide in sector 2.
That's a very difficult corner to go side by side in. As Lights has peeled off into pit lane.
Yeah, Sachs is staying out though, as Shane Mumford and Batemate is going side by side down the pit straight.
And Wingman's got his gap back out at 1.2. He's going to want to keep that now for the DRS. So Lights and also Psycho, who was on the mediums, they both came in. Psycho just going to exit behind Ollie.
Quantum effect all the way down in 17th now after getting that front wing replaced, so he's been hurt very badly by that.
Gotta hope for a safety car now.
We're trying to get past Mika now. Goes around the outside into turn 6. Bang tyres. Oh, the bang tyres again. And the Haas has they've both gone around. The Haas has been able to collect it, but the keeper's gone off into the gravel trap.
We might see... No, he wasn't...
No wing damage for either car, but yeah, it didn't look like keeper had been given much space, and I don't think he liked it very much. Gave him a whack back, and he ended up losing out from that.
Some corners here are very hard to give space to. Especially that one. You can't really do a side-by-side through there. I think I tried on flyby with both backing wheels quite a bit for it.
More quantum effects. Making a move on Vassar even before the DRS zone started.
Goes so faster.
Speed.
112.
Yeah, great pace. Hopefully he'll be able to make up a few more positions, get up back into that fight for the points.
But the question is, can he make those tyres last to the end?
Yeah, it's a bit big ask.
18 laps on mediums. Hero's going to have to do 20 6, I think it was.
Decelerate's spent on his medium tyres for 15 laps, so it's not impossible that he can make it to the end. Got 18 laps to go, about halfway through the race now.
It's just gonna be the tyre temp that's gonna hurt more. If you can't keep that under control, the wear's gonna be a lot more. They may drop the gap for P1 down. Now we got a four-way fight. Heroes joined out on those medium tyres, so this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Hero should still have a fair bit of pace in those mediums, so here he goes. Thank you very much, Wophil, for the subscriptions. 12 months.
Now, Hero's gonna have to be careful here, since he's on those mediums. He doesn't want to use it all of his grip all of his grip now, because he's gonna need it later on in the race. But he needs to get past as quick as he can. So Hero's in an interesting spot on those tires. He's restricted to how much grip he can use fighting, yet the guys on hards don't really need to worry about theirs.
Yellow flag at a Mercedes round to the exit of turn 1, and Statemate trying to go around the outside of Wingman. Can't get it done. That's left him a bit vulnerable to Shane Mumford. Oh, there's big contact from Williams runs right up the back of the McLaren. Lucky not to damage his front wing. It looks like he's still got all his end plates. Can't tell if he's got any.
That's what...
The Haas, look at Hero goes, made the move on both Shane Mumford and Batemate. He's got around the outside of both of them just before turn 6.
I did see a feet wide just before the corner, so I think Shane backed out of that one just to be safe.
And Hero now up to P2 on those 8-lap-old mediums. We'll have to pit again. He can't make those go to the end. We've got another Mercedes round in second.
That's gone out again.
That was an absolutely amazing move there by Hero. The Haas driver really pushing every little bit of performance he can get out of those medium tyres.
It was a great overtime. I think it's time to be lucky Shane decided to back out of that one last minute, or that was going to be a big accident. Hero, see that straight on speed.
Just going down the inside of turn 1.
Wingman squeeze him as much to that curb as he can. You don't want to touch that inside curb, turn 1, or send you around straight away.
Oh, big lock up from the McLaren. The Haas tries it around the outside. I think he's got it done. Oh, they're nearly
they're still going for it. Wingman's going to have that outside line. Not the...
No, Hero shuts the door and he's up into the lead of the race.
Now he has to care for his tyres now. Don't push it as much as he can. Just push it enough to make a gap.
Yeah, but just to see what he does here. Ideally, he'd be wanting to pit onto the soft tyres with about 10 laps, less than 10 laps to go.
He's going to need... how big is the pit lane? I forgot.
It's about 20 to 25 seconds, I think. So, yeah, he's end up, still around about P10, so there's a lot of work to do. But I don't think those medium tyres are going to make it to the end from here. Still got 15 laps to go. And we were seeing hards bursting with less wear than that. So, yeah.
If Hero's not able to make his gap that he needs for another... He might be going to the end. We don't know. But I'd highly
24
doubt...
laps is too long on those mediums. I mean, Decelerate's been on them for 18 laps. Can Hero last another 8? But then he's still got 6 laps to go. So we'll have to keep an eye on it, see what happens. Now, Quantum Effects made a move on Mika now. Moved up to P14.
Bandcamp, though. 21 lap old hards and he's in 6.
He's done very well. He's got Bully all over the back of him.
Wonder if Dan's gonna decide to hit anytime soon for mediums or something.
He might be to go for the softs, so he'll have to come in the next couple of laps to get those to the end.
I believe you can do lap 24 pit softs because your fuel won't be as high. He is locking up quite a bit though, so that's not going to help the tyre. So, Baymay's looking around. Oh,
Yeah,
he's actually sent it.
Inside a wingman, not quite far up enough though.
Wingman being fortunate, he still has that DRS on Hero.
Bandcamp going very defensive on the pit straight, taking the inside line, but can't do much about Bully. Oh, he's tapped him, and Bandcamp's gone around. He just tapped the rear left tyre of the Ferrari and sent him round in the spin.
Oh, that's gonna hurt him. That's gonna hurt his strategy now.
He's lost so many positions now from this. It's very unfortunate for the Renault driver.
I'll say just pit now, cut your losses.
Yeah, unless he gets a lucky safety car, that's yeah, it's gonna really hurt.
I expected to see a safety car when not winning around like for the third time.
Yeah, so far nothing at all for this Tier 2 race. No retirements as Decelerate comes to the pits who got rid of those medium tyres.
Softs. 13 laps. Wingman still holding that DRS from Hero, so Hero's taking care of his mediums at the moment.
There you go, flag on a Mercedes straight off at
Nut.
turn 7.
Nut's going off again. I think he got lapped by his teammate. So Nut's not having a great day.
No, he's a minute 17 behind Decelerate, so that's yeah, not a great race. I think he's been lapped by everyone except for Conrad.
No, hey, maybe.
Jumping a little bit further up, Shane Mumford all over the back of Bateman again, just a 10th in it. So coming through twisty section to end of sector 1 and start of sector 2. He's dropped off a little bit now. I think he got a bit too close and he had to back right off.
Lights was going to try side by side with Combat and fast right hand decides to pull out of it. It's these two reunited on track from lap 1. Wingman still somehow holding his DRS. Thought Hero would have made his gap. But like, he's just taking care of his tyres at this point. And Quantum all over the back of Band. I think Band's pitting as well. But Band's in pit lane. I might see a soft 5-second penalty.
Captain Clean picks up a 5-second penalty.
Didn't he pick up a 3-second penalty like a few races ago?
He did, so it's losing his reputation now. The pit's just behind Vassar down in 16th.
So, actually, the pit lane's only like 14-15 seconds. That means, let me have a look at the leader gap. That means if Hero wants to go to softs, he drops to 6, and he can make that gap to Skims quite easy.
Well, Shane Mumford and Batemate going side by side down the pit straight into turn 1. Batemate stays in front. Hero's mediums have started to go off a little bit. That gap between him and Wingman has dropped to about half a second.
I think he's going to have to pit for softs at some point. There's no way. Oh, Nuts around again.
Another yellow flag, yep.
He doesn't get the best situation when he turns. He's either close to a wall or he's against the wall. I believe that's Meekum. Wait, no. I'm losing my mind.
Staying out of the way as Bandcamp has got past Vassar into turn 1.
Combat's gone around. Same place as Nut.
And you're pointing the wrong way, so he's had to back it up to out of the way he goes into the wall. Lucky there's no rear wing damage in this game. And Quash Perfecto's past him as well.
Oh, if there was I can't. If you can break your rear wing, yikes. I don't think anyone will be happy about that one.
Conrad. Yeah, Conrad's retired in the pits. Hopefully it doesn't cause any glitches or a safety car.
I am watching the car in pit lane. I don't think it's actually coming out.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Well, I think they actually fixed that. They might have. Because I've seen people retire in pits. They don't usually come out anymore. So they might have made a change. Heroes almost made a second gap to Wingman though.
Yeah, still just in that DRS range though, so unless he has a pretty decent exit here, he'll get another round of it on the pit straight. All of them with a flashing ERS light indicator at the back. Wingman under a lot of pressure here from Baitmate. He's trying to go around the outside again, but not quite far up enough.
All 3 cars behind Hero. 10% ERS for most of these cars.
Look at that, Wingman almost out of DRS range.
It looks like Hero's starting to use his ERS now. He was at like 60%. I think 2 laps ago. He's starting to use it a bit more. Lee getting a 3-second penalty. He's a wash driver. I think Hero's actually going to try to the end on these tyres. And
still got 8 laps to go, so it's going to be 24 laps on the medium.
I know it's doable, but what lap did he pit again? I'm gonna check.
Lap 12, I believe.
Yeah, lap 11, lap 12 he pitted. And his time at the moment, his times are not that bad. He's doing 12s, constant 12s.
Psycho getting past Saxa for P10 on the side by side now. And looks like the Ferrari just come out on top of that little battle. Very disappointing.
I think
look around the outside, but not much doing there.
I think Hero's mediums have dipped into the hard tire window, basically. He's doing the same times as Wingman. So I think it's not long that we're going to see Hero with a puncture or something.
See all the drivers in that top 5 trying to break the toe. Got a yellow flag, just a Mercedes there pulling off to the side to get out of the way of the race leaders. And that has officially been lapped by everyone still in the race.
Mr. Spicer down the inside of Bully at turn 1.
There he is.
Gets the move done.
He's been on those hard tyres for 21 laps, Mr. Spicer. He's having a pretty good race as well, up into P8 after starting at dead last on the grid.
Hero not able to make a gap like he used to. He's just hovering either at that 7/6 mark.
Yeah, that gap's really come down. You can see those top 4 cars separated by less than 2 seconds.
think Light's gonna make a move on Bully turn 1. He's actually looking at it as well.
Yeah, a little
Decides
bit too
not
far
to.
back, yeah. Bully's quite a late breaker, so I think Light's recognised that, backed out of it.
Quantum on those mediums caught up.
Yeah, he's
back.
almost back in the points. He's done really well to claw back.
Five more laps and till the end of the race. One of Vero's tires go at any time.
Meanwhile, Effect has got past Psycho now. He's up into P11. And he's right on the tail of Saxo in the front. Who's just absolutely lost it. He's in the wall just as we jumped on board with Quantum Effect there, and he's lost his front end plate, so he's lucky he didn't retire there. I've seen a couple of cars in qualifying lose it in that section, just lining up the rears. Meanwhile, I think we've got Vass has gone around as well. Oh, he's nearly taken out the Mercedes that nearly lost it as well. He's got both his end plates intact, but yeah, Saxo comes into the pits. And yeah, Combat moves up into P12, and Quantum Effect into the points again after losing his front wing earlier in the race. So you've got just 4 laps to go. At the moment, Hero still leads. He's been on those medium tyres for 20 laps, but they're still going. I think he's going to be in quite a bit of trouble in the last couple of laps for tyre wear. I would not be surprised if they puncture. He dummies to come into the pits, but he's under a lot of pressure from the McLaren of Wingman.
I wish I had one of those telemetry apps that told me tyre wear at the time. That would just. I was thinking last week, I gotta get it. I have to, and I forget again. And the one time I need it, I don't have it.
Terry there, Vassa getting out of the way of the race leaders.
I'm actually for Heroes are front left were gone by now by the amount of lockups I'm seeing from them.
He's got pretty good traction though out of most of the corners, so he has looked after them exceptionally well. He's coming around across the line and starting the 34th lap, so just 3 laps to go. Can he get these mediums to the end? It certainly looks like that's what he's trying to do.
Well, he's not able to break his layers Wingman anymore though. Wingman breaking a lot later than Hero.
And Shane Mumford having a good look at Baitmate as well. Looks like he's got a much better run. On the Williams, there's contact. And Alfa Romeo tries it on the inside. Is he going to send it? No, he backs out of it.
Not a good corner to send it.
Very aggressive move there by the Alfa Romeo driver, but
Camp.
3-second penalty. Oh, on a track where you can't really pick up many penalties.
I don't know. You saw I do it. I got 2 of them.
Oh, it looks like one of the racing points has had a bit of a drama. It's Combat Rat with the hairpin. He's got no damage, so he's continuing on.
Wingman's a lot closer than it usually is at the moment.
Now Decelerate getting very close to the back of Keeper, back for 16th. Yeah, here we go. So 2 laps remaining. Hero just hanging on to the lead of the race.
He's not, you can tell, not able to break that late into turn 1 anymore.
And I think he may be starting to get some warnings about tyre wear, so he'll be very careful not to lock a brake, because it's going to cause him to puncture.
And if he gets under attack by Wingman in turn 1, he's probably going to lose that fight in the turn 1.
Absolutely, but he only has to do it one more time. There's not really many other overtaking opportunities here at Zandvoort, so if he can just hold out, if he has more ERS saved up, he may just be able to hold on for one more lap after this, as long as his tyres last. He's got a little bit of help here. The lap car's providing with a bit of DRS. That'll help him just maintain that gap.
Oh, Shane had a shocker of exit.
Yeah, he's dropped 1.8 seconds left of session. And oh no, his AI's taken over.
I think that's internet just gone.
Here we go. So Hero going very defensive now on the final lap of the race. Shane Mumford has come into the pits, so his AI has decided to take him out of contention.
Wingman around the outside.
Hero's holding the inside as contact. They're both on the wall. They're both in the wall on the final lap. Oh, they've both got wing damage. So the left-hand plate of the McLaren's gone. Hero has completely lost both end plates. Skins is now up into P3.
To be fair, Hero didn't leave a lot of room for Wingman when he was there.
He definitely gave him a big squeeze. And now Batemate is in the lead of this race, and he's got a 2.5 second gap to Wingman, who's got wing damage. Skins now in third place, just 1 second, closing to Wingman.
He's got a penalty though.
He does. It's only 3 seconds, but Wingman does have quite a bit of wing damage, so he may be able to pull that out in just a moment.
I don't think he will.
Has 8 seconds back to Mr. Spicer. He may be able to limp home for P4, but I don't think he's going to get onto the podium. Skins has got this
He's
one,
missing a lot of his wing. He's missing half of his wing. Here he is at the moment. Wingman's is actually holding off Skins at the moment for P2.
Yeah, I think both struggling with tyre wear, and here we go. Batemate comes across the line to win the Tier 2 race here. Wingman will just hold on for P2 from Skins. Comes across the line in P3, and Hero limps across the line with no front wing at all after squeezing Wingman quite a bit on the exit of turn 1. Both drivers going into the wall, but able to finish the race. Mr. Spice comes home in P5.
Hero's desynced.
Whoa, we've got a few. Yeah, what's going on here? So we've got
Hero's desynced.
Hero's desynced, so that's going to screw things up a little bit. Bully, Lights, and Shane Mumford come across the line, followed by Quantum Effect and Psycho. Ali is desynced as well because he left the session.
Oh my god, this has got to be a mess to figure this one out.
I would not like to be a steward.
Oh yeah, thanks for that.
So yeah, these positions will not be final, so they will be sorted out post-race by the stewards. And Camp comes across the line 14th.
5 seconds. What is he doing?
As well, but he also desynced, so he'll be behind everyone else.
No, he didn't.
Well, he left
the
session.
So
yeah, it's all cactus. So we'll sort that one out. But what a finish! That had been brewing for a number of laps, and we questioned whether or not Hero would be able to make it to the end. And he just held on for tyre wear, but yeah, just an unnecessary bit of contacts between him.
Unnecessary squeeze.
Yeah, they both go into the wall, so luckily Wingman able to make it on the podium. And Skins as well, just pipping Hero there. It's getting third place, so great
I know it's for a win, but I would just let that happen. If it's like, if I just could keep P2, that would be fine.
Yeah.
Like, if he could have gone P2, that would have been fine on that shirt.
Absolutely. So, probably won't run through the positions because these are going to be quite wrong. So we do have, I think from Mr. Spice, I think P4 should have been Hero.
Yeah.
So P5 would be Mr. Spicer, P6 Bully, P7 Lights, P8 Shane Munford, P9 Quantum Effect, P10 Psycho, and then I think that's all the points. I think Combat was just outside of the points. I think Ali's in there as well somewhere, so we'll get all that sorted.
This is a mess.
Race, but yeah, there's a few positions that are jumbled up there.
Oh my god.
Well, thank you everyone so much for joining us for Aussie Formula Racing here for Tier 1 and Tier 2. I'm just going to jump up. So we might have some iRacing on Thursday night. I'm not sure if that's going to be streamed yet or not. Friday night we will have, of course, our Friday series, which I believe is the Classic Cars. So make sure you keep your eye out for that one. And next Sunday we will be back for the Azerbaijani Grand Prix. And that's always going to be a good one. I think it actually lines up nicely with the real Grand Prix. I'm not sure if that's on the 30th of June or the 30th of May or the 6th of June. The real Azerbaijani Grand Prix Baku. I can't remember if that was next weekend or the weekend after. But anyway, should be a good one. It's always very exciting to watch. But anyway, thank you very much, Apollo Pepsi, for joining me tonight for the Tier 2 commentary. Again, thank you to Being Camp for Tier 1 commentary a bit earlier. I've been Gus Rolls. I hope to see you all next weekend. Catch you around.
Bye.